My dear students, good morning. Let us now see degrees of comparison. I believe that you might have learnt comparison of adjectives or adjective in connection with parts of speech in the past. If you are really quite familiar with adjective, now it is very easy for you to understand what is degrees of comparison. Why should we go for it? Before that, before going to give you some explanation about some rules for the degrees of comparison, let us at the outset see comparison of adjectives, my dear students. If you carefully see at the sentences which have been written on the board, there are three sentences in the very beginning of the topic. Sentence 1, Sridhar is a clever boy. Sentence 2, Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar. Sentence 3, Susil is the cleverest of them all. Once again, please you go through the three sentences. Sridhar is a clever boy. Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar. Susil is the cleverest of them all. If you carefully observe, my dear students, here, sentence 1 says that, see, Sridhar is a clever boy. It says that he has certain degree of cleverness. But it doesn't say how clever he is. So no comparison is made here. The word clever, the adjective clever, is said to be in the positive degree because no comparison is made here. Please understand, my dear students. And coming to the part of the second sentence, Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar. Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar. In sentence 2, the comparison is made between two boys. The comparison is made between two boys. And the word cleverer is used to indicate that Sukumar is the higher cleverer, greater clever, or he has greater cleverness than Sridhar. To try to understand the sentence 2 very carefully. Here, the adjective cleverer is used to indicate that Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar because Sukumar has greater cleverness than Sridhar. The word cleverer or the adjective cleverer is said to be in the comparative degree. This comparative degree is followed by than. You try to understand the second sentence. Sukumar is cleverer than Sridhar. Here, the comparative degree, clever is followed by than. Now, coming to the part of third sentence or third example, observe very carefully. Here, the comparison is made not between two persons or not between two things, but the comparison is made more than two persons. And the word or the adverb, adjective, cleverest is used to indicate that Susil is the cleverest of all the boys mentioned here. Carefully observe here, Susil is the cleverest of them all. The adjective cleverest is used to indicate that of all the boys, Susil is the cleverest. If you observe very carefully these three sentences, coming to the part of the third example, as it is said, here, in order to denote the highest degree of cleverness, the adjective highest, the word highest is used. As a rule, this superlative degree cleverest is preceded by the different article than. In the second sentence, the adjective cleverer comparative degree, in comparative degree, the cleverer is followed by than. But here in the third sentence, the word cleverest is preceded by the different article the. So the first one is, see, try to understand, a certain degree of cleverness, just a certain degree of cleverness. Here second sentence, greater cleverness has been mentioned. To indicate the highest degree of cleverness, we use this superlative degree. And my dear students, let me explain you some of the rules. If you carefully observe and think about them now and then, you will easily go for the exercise degrees of comparison. Rule 1. Actually, as a matter of fact, before that, let me tell you one thing. There are two ways of forming degrees of comparison. We have two ways of forming degrees of comparison. By adding E or EST to the positive degree, we change degrees of comparison. By adding ER and EST to the positive degree, we change the degrees of comparison. Actually, this type of method is called synthetic method. Next, by using more and most before the positive degree. Here, to the positive degree, adding to the positive degree, but here, not adding, before the positive degree, we add or we use more and most for the degrees of change of comparison. This method is called analytic method. In view of the flexibility today in the world, as far as lingua franca is concerned, people follow these methods depending upon the situation, context and convenience. So now let us see some of the rules which we are supposed to know. See, rule number 1. Monosyllabic and a few of disyllabic adjectives. Monosyllabic or mono and a few disyllabic adjectives which do not end in E. See, carefully observe. Some of the monosyllabic and a few of disyllabic adjectives which do not end in E, add ER and EST to the positive degree. Suppose there are some of the adjectives which may be monosyllabic or disyllabic. Suppose if they do not end in E, we add ER and EST to the positive degree for the change of comparison, or for the transformation of adjective, or for the change of adjective. For example, see, long. Actually, this monosyllabic or this adjective doesn't end in E. So we add ER in the comparative degree and EST in the positive degree, because the first adjective, the first one here, long, which doesn't end in E. You know, it is ended with consonant, not E, vowel. See, next, soft. This is also ended in consonant but not in E, vowel. Soft, we add ER for the comparative degree, we add EST to the superlative degree. And coming to the part of rule number 2, when the positive ends in E, only R and ST are added. Try to understand very carefully. When the positive degree or the positive verb or the positive adjective, positive adjective which ends in E, only R and ST are added. For example, say large. Try to understand. Here is a word large. This adjective ended in vowel, that is E. So whenever they end or it ends in E, vowel, we add only, see, R and ST for the actual word. Large, we add ER for the comparative degree. We add EST to the positive degree respectively. See, and true, truer, truest. Try to understand. Now rule number 3, adjectives ending in a single consonant, that is da, ta, ma, or na, d, t, m or n. Suppose if the adjectives which end in a single consonant like this, preceded by a short vowel. Suppose, let me explain you. Double the final consonant before adding er and est. Suppose some of the adjectives, if they end in a single consonant with, for example, d, t, m, n. If these letters are preceded by a short vowel like o, e, o, short vowel, e, short vowel. If they are preceded by short vowels, generally we add or the consonant here. Here is a consonant, here is a consonant. These consonants they double and we add er and est to the comparative and positive degree, superlative degrees respectively. Or the consonant has been doubled t and we add er here for the comparative degree. Next, the consonant has been doubled and we add est for the superlative degree. Slim. This adjective is ended with a consonant. Is ended with a single consonant. For preceded by a vowel that is short vowel e. Actually, when we compare, if you want to write in comparative and positive superlative degrees, suppose try to understand as it is said above, the consonant has been doubled. Consonant has been doubled and we add er for the comparative degree. In the same way, the consonant has been doubled and we add est for the superlative degree. I shall go for other rules. Students, let us now see the other rules. Now, rule number 4. According to this rule number 4, please understand that some of the adjectives ending in y, preceded by a consonant, change y into I before adding er and est to the comparative and superlative degrees respectively. Try to understand once again, let me go through it. Some of the adjectives they end in y, preceded by a consonant. They change or it changes the same y changes into I before we add or before adding er and est to the comparative and superlative degrees, my dear students. For example, dry. Actually, this adjective which is ended with the letter y preceded by a consonant. So, you try to understand. Whenever these sort of words we come across, this adjective is really ended with the letter y preceded by consonant. In this particular case, in this connection, what shall we do? Try to understand. Actually, this y is changed to I before we add er and est to the comparative and positive degree, superlative degrees respectively. Try. Here, the y has been changed as I and the er is added for the comparative degree. In the same way, we add est to the superlative degree. And jolly. Jollier. The y is changed as I and we add er to the comparative degree and est to the superlative degree. But if the y is preceded by a vowel, actually here the y is preceded by a consonant or. Here in this example, the last letter of this adjective y is preceded by r, that is consonant, not actually vowel. But change, here is a small change, my dear students, understand. But if the y is preceded by a vowel, like this, y is preceded by a vowel, not consonant as said above, it is not changed into I. Generally, here, if the letter y is, if this adjective is written y, but this y is changed into I. But here, suppose, you try to understand, actually as said above, here also this adjective also ended in y. But the same y is preceded by a vowel, not as a consonant. In this case, it is not changed into I. Same as it is. Gay, gay, we add just er. Y is same, no change. For the superlative degree, gay, gayest, est. Gray, grayer, grayest. Because this vowel is preceded not by a consonant but preceded by a vowel, right? Understand? Now rule number 5. Most adjectives of 2 syllables and all adjectives of more than 2 syllables take more and most. Right? Understand very carefully. Most adjectives of 2 syllables and all adjectives of more than 2 syllables generally take more and most before them for what? To form the comparative and superlative degrees. It is very easy for us to understand, very clearly visible here. Difficult, more difficult, most difficult. Profound, more profound, most profound. Splendid, more splendid, most splendid. So, you carefully go through all the rules for the comparison of degrees or degrees of comparison for transformation of adjective in order to get more information as far as the exercises which we are supposed to complete in our textbook. I shall reach you by different ways and means shortly. Until then, you try to think about all these rules and regulations as you are quite familiar. Thank you. Thank you, my dear students.